Hey guys, that was a wonderful breakfast. I beg your indulgence for skipping out on you for a few minutes. I do still have a half an hour, and pretty much covered a lot of it at the front there. It was a great breakfast. He stopped by Waffle House, one of my favorites up there. So now I'm well fed for the afternoon, and in 10 minutes he'll come and ask me what's for dinner. I'll hit him upside the head with something. I'm going to enjoy my last few minutes up here because once I leave here, it's, oh God, I do not for the life of me understand. I'll go someplace and their homes are perfect. I used to keep mine home that way. You could have ate off the floor. I'm retired. I have a couple of cats. And something, especially after being out for a year, basically, I could do nothing. I'm still trying to get the dirt up from my house, trying to make the gling come back to the wood floors and make the grout white instead of black. And it was it was showers, towels, toilets, bedding. It was all these things that my husband's a male, so he didn't keep up with a lot of that. He did great when I bugged him about things like laundry, whenever that got up. But it was so bad that finally I would just wear pajamas because I wasn't going anywhere. And I realized he was trying to do too much. So I'm really grateful that I'm up doing all these things, but boy, it's tiring. But that's okay. I haven't slept right in about 2 weeks. I don't know why. That's wonderful after this breakfast. Ugh. I don't normally drink. I just like these little shots. I'm in a corner of the bar, and I have stuff everywhere, as you could hear. Phones, everything is up here in the way. So we'll move it. We will move that. Make sure we make up any mess because I like my whiskey on ice. It helps me to remember not to drink so much, and it's just better for everything around it because it's gonna have the condensation. So on with our tirade about what's going on. We don't know who shot him. They say they know who shot him. The FBI closed the case on Charlie Kirk's death. The Utah campus where he was martyred has now changed everything where this everything in the scene area vicinity that happened that day. The whole campus changed all of that terrain. I guess they loved Charlie really well. Let's cover all this back up. He was never here. There's a lot to go with the videos. I'm trying to hold my tongue on that. I still have odds on your stuff from the back, but it really wouldn't have mattered because it blew his throat apart. It threw all of that. If the one I've heard is correct, it blew out most of his neck down into the thoracic one section. You can't live through that. If they had a trauma team there, performing CPR, pushing blood, they still couldn't have saved him. His entire spine. If you see his whole face and neck just explode from the kinetic energy of this thing, and I think it just blew it out. And he would have died fast. It would have stopped everything, his heart, his lungs, everything. There's no way, even with, like I said, a trauma one center sitting next to the young man, they couldn't have saved him. And I do admire Candace Owens. Shout out, girl, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't be cruel, but don't give up. And kind of give the widow some room before you attack her. Let's see what the hell she's up to. It's too early for me, but this is a different generation. Well, they let me have this go out after 2 or 3 minutes, and I keep talking, so they go out. It's almost Halloween. I love Halloween. I used to throw parties. I'm too old and I'm too injured to do that lately, and I missed. I think it was the last two Halloweens, and I'm upset about that. I went as a flapper girl because we were in the 2020s, and the 1920s was the flappers. I loved that. So did my daughter-in-law. I talked her into it too. She looked sharp. I just looked short, fat, and dumpy, but she looked great. She's like 5'10", so she's got that towering. But she's quite a lovely young lady, and so is my 14-year-old granddaughter. She's a Brick Shields, and she doesn't need the makeup. They took her long, beautiful waist length hair and cut it my length. I cut it when I got to this age because it gets thinner. So you cut it, and I know I look good. Y'all are so great. I just love them. If you see me, if you know me, but I do sound like I'm just about to get sick. Y'all, the live chat's open. You can throw it in the comments. I don't care where you put it, but put it in there. That damn channel thingy with YouTube. Just like to see that in the analytical part. I've looked in the. I might have one video that gets 1,600 views or what have you. Then the next one and the next one and the one after that won't get any views. People are busy, and at the time I put this on, it's a fairly bad time to actually do it. Probably be better at night, but I have too much to do. So I just give you guys that 4-hour window, and if you want, and I buzz you, say, hey, go on over there and see what she's talking about now. As far as government, another subject you're not supposed to talk about. I had a senator friend of mine when I served in D.C., and I was pretty high up. And he would tell me all the time, you got to get out of here. They're going to shoot you. Now, the Watergate's not there anymore. This is a real pity. But he would buy me 2 or 3 drinks, and he was such fun. He really was. I was sorry to hear of his passing. And then we didn't have this medium to reach out and touch people. So, of course, you really aren't going to call a sitting senator just to see if you crack a joke. It was great when we were all out and he would run into us. He would sit down. It was the girls' table. This one senator would always beeline to us. But it was cool. We loved him. We loved him. They all treated us respectfully. None of this fucking crap. Sorry. Get the kiddies out. I am an Army veteran, published author, grandmother of 2, mother of 1, which means I get pissy from like 0 to 0 nanoseconds without warning. I did put that in the optics so that she'd be knowing that don't bring the kids, maybe when they're older. Yeah, if any of this still exists. I have my reasons to think maybe not. I see my cats. I'm using this as a mirror now. So my cats are all over the place. Um, we've hit on there. If this guy makes it to court alive, the one that this Tyler boy, I'll be surprised. It was a too professional hit. I don't see how this kid who thinks up on the spur of the moment, and suddenly he knows how he can get to the roof, how he put it together, how he can take one shot, how he can leap after running at his dead speed, leap off the building, keeping what looked to be a rifle in a scarf or whatever it was. It just doesn't pass the smell test to me. But maybe there are those of us who are always going to say, I can't tell from which side. I'm going to let God choose that one. And again, our nation people, L peoples, was founded on democracy, that everybody counted. Now, this BLM bullshit, Soros bullshit, put that old cagey motherfucker in jail. No, I'm not sorry. I speak like this when I get pissed off. I watched today for a while, and I was pissed off when I was done. I don't think how much anybody would like to know about how much money they get from us every year. Oh, God. And we got homeless, and we got people in food kitchens. What the fuck? That they could throw people into a nice hotel. The last I heard was bad today. They get a $1,900 cash card so that if they need things, they can get them. They have special wick. They have special. I love this. Food stamps or whatever. I was in on the ground floor. This would always be the books of food stamps to me, but whatever. I think EBT, whatever they call it. Free housing. Bring your family. Make sure those back in. No erasing until after the next midterm. This is so scary, folks. The military isn't getting paid. Well, they're getting paid, but they're having to dig it up from places. And thank God for that. But they were trying to make it seemed to me that they were trying to take out those who would have been on his side, but for this, that, or the other. People like Charlie Schumer and I know the one guy is going by himself. He has some dignity. But these people, this isn't a job that you should work at till you're dead. The other thing I wonder is how President Obama came out of there. He was just so poor, and he came out of there, bit the whole system out there. I got a second plane. I guess he was a few million short that year. I have no idea, but it stinks to high heaven. Pelosi is the same. They all say the same shit year after year and year after year. People elect them. What the fuck off? I mean, shut the fuck up. So I only had about 25 minutes I would speak to finish this up. If you see me, I've got a live chat on it, comment on it and all that. And before my poor suffering husband has to come back and come through the actual front porch, which is kinder too, because I can block him a little bit. I do not have, studio is my bar. I make that very, very plain. Now, I wonder what happened here. Suddenly, it just wasn't moving. And now it's powered off. What in the world? Is that where it just went dark? Oh, for heaven's sake. That's odd. That's very odd. Uh,
sitting in the chair you're in just 2 years ago as sheriff of Cochise County, Arizona, Mark Down.
I don't know if that's going to be good, but we're going to go for it.